What do a tragic car crash, a talking cowboy, and a song about a race car have in common? They all topped the charts in 1964, and then their artist disappeared. From the heartbreak of Last Kiss to the wild ride of Hey Little Cobra. Let's rewind to 15 one-hit wonders you probably forgot, but can't stop humming. Last Kiss by J. Frank Wilson and the Cavaliers is a sad yet beautiful song. Originally written by Wayne Cochran, it tells the heartbreaking story of a young couple involved in a car crash. The singer's girlfriend dies in his arms, and he promises to live a good life so they can meet again in heaven. J. Frank Wilson and the Cavaliers recorded their version in August 1964, and it quickly became popular, reaching number 2 on the Billboard Hot 100 chart. The emotional lyrics and Wilson's passionate singing touched many listeners.
I lost my love, my life that night.
Tragically, not long after the song was released, the band experienced a real car accident while touring. Despite this, Last Kiss remains a well-loved classic covered by several artists, including Pearl Jam in 1999. Heartbreak and loss hit hard, but what happens when love turns to doubt? Next, we dive into Terry Stafford's tale of suspicion and jealousy. But before that, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.
Every time you hold me, I'm still not certain that you care.
Suspicion by Terry Stafford was originally written by Doc Pomus and Mort Schumann and first recorded by Elvis Presley in 1962. Terry Stafford's version became a major hit, reaching number 3 on the Billboard Hot 100 in April 1964. His recording stood out because his voice sounded very similar to Elvis Presley's. The lyrics tell the story of a man struggling with doubts about his lover's faithfulness, expressing deep emotions of jealousy and uncertainty. The song's catchy melody and heartfelt performance connected with many listeners, making it a standout track of its time.
Maybe I'm suspicious cause your love is so hard to find.
Although Stafford could not match its success, he later gained recognition in country music with Amarillo by Morning in 1973. Terry Stafford's heartfelt song questioned love. What happens when a band shakes things up with an unforgettable beat? Time to dive into the Honeycombs' energetic hit.
Have I the right to hold you?
Have I the Right by the Honeycombs was written by Ken Howard and Alan Blakely and produced by Joe Meek. The song has a unique beat created by the band stomping their feet on the stairs of Meek's apartment studio. The Honeycombs, originally called the Sheridans, were a London band with a rare feature, a female drummer named Honey Lantry. The band's name came from Honey's job as a hairdresser. Have I the Right quickly became a hit, reaching number 1 on the UK singles chart and number 5 on the United States Billboard Hot 100. The song's catchy melody and energy made it popular, but the band struggled to match its success with later releases. The Honeycombs brought a unique beat. But what happens when rock and roll meets the California surf scene? Get ready for the Rivieras next.
The California girls are really the most.
California Sun by the Rivieras is a lively rock and roll song. Written by Henry Glover and first recorded by Joe Jones in 1961, it was the Rivieras version that truly caught the public's attention. The song's fast tempo and catchy lyrics bring out the excitement of California's sunny beaches. The Rivieras, a band from South Bend, Indiana, recorded their version in late 1963. Even though they were not from California, their energetic style made it a perfect anthem for the surf rock era. Released in December 1963, the song quickly climbed the charts and reached number 5 on the Billboard Hot 100 in early 1964. California's beaches brought the fun. But what about the thrill of the open road? Next up, the Hondells take us for a ride.
We're going down to the Honda shop, I'll tell you what we're gonna do.
Little Honda by the Hondells is an energetic surf rock song. Written by Brian Wilson and Mike Love of the Beach Boys, it celebrates the thrill of riding a Honda motorbike. The Beach Boys recorded it first, but the Hondells version, produced by Gary Usher, became a hit and reached number 9 on the Billboard Hot 100 chart. The The Hondells were a studio-created band with talented session musicians like Glenn Campbell and Al DeLory. Their lively performance and memorable tune made Little Honda a standout hit of its time.
First gear, it's alright. Second gear.
Despite this success, the Hondells struggled to achieve similar popularity with later songs. Riding a Honda was fun, but what about a wild outlaw story? Next, we dive into the gripping tale of Ringo.
The spark still burns, so I used my knife, and late that night I saved the life of Ringo.
Ringo by Lorne Greene is a song written by Don Robertson and Hal Blair, featuring a spoken word performance by Greene, who was well known for his role in the TV show Bonanza. It tells the story of a lawman and his complicated relationship with an outlaw named Ringo. Released in October 1964, the song quickly became a hit, reaching number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100 on December 5, 1964. It also stayed at the top of the easy listening chart for 6 weeks. The song's success was influenced by Greene's fame and the gripping storyline that kept listeners engaged. The story follows the lawman saving Ringo's life, only to later confront him in a tense showdown. A lawman and an outlaw's fate collided. But what happens when love faces its own trials? The Reflections have the answer next.
Just like Romeo and Juliet.
Romeo and Juliet by The Reflections is a lively doo-wop song. Written by Bob Hamilton and Freddie Gorman, it tells the story of a young man determined to find a job so he can buy gifts and a car for his girlfriend. He worries that if he fails, their love will end, comparing their relationship to the tragic story of Romeo and Juliet. The Reflections, a band from Livonia, Michigan, recorded the song at United Sound Systems in Detroit. At first, they were not excited about it, but their feelings changed when they heard the instrumental backing.
I'm speculating, wonder what tomorrow's gonna really be.
Released in February 1964, it became a hit, reaching number 6 on the Billboard Hot 100 chart. Love and commitment drive this hit, but what about pure speed and adrenaline? Next, we race into the world of fast cars and surf rock.
Hey Little Cobra, don't you know you're gonna shut 'em down?
Hey Little Cobra by the Ripcords is an upbeat surf rock song. Written by Carol Connors and Marshall H. Connors, it celebrates the excitement of driving a Shelby Cobra sports car. The Ripcords, a vocal group from California, recorded the song with producer Terry Melcher and talented session musicians from the well-known Wrecking Crew. Released in late 1963, it quickly gained popularity and reached number 4 on the Billboard Hot 100 in early 1964. Its catchy melody and lively beat made it popular among car lovers and surf rock fans. The lyrics capture the thrill of racing and passing other cars, reflecting the hot rod culture of the 1960s. Racing down the highway is thrilling, but what about hitting the dance floor in style? Get ready for Tommy Tucker's bluesy groove next.
You got my old Corvette car.
High Heel Sneakers by Tommy Tucker is an energetic 12-bar blues song. Written and recorded by Tucker, whose real name was Robert Higginbotham, it tells the story of getting ready for a night out with lines like, "Put on your red dress, baby, 'cause we're going out tonight." Released by Checker Records, it quickly became a hit, reaching number 11 on the Billboard Hot 100 chart. The song's unique guitar parts, played by Dean Young, and its rhythmic style, similar to Jimmy Reed's music, helped make it popular.
Put on your high heel sneakers.
Tucker's powerful singing and the song's catchy musical structure added to its appeal, making it a well-loved blues classic. Tommy Tucker brought the blues groove. So what does pure 60s pop joy sound like? Up next, the Mermaids bring a sweet and catchy melody.
Popsicles, icicles.
Popsicles and Icicles by the Mermaids was written by David Gates, who later became famous with the band Bread. The song was produced by Kim Fowley and recorded by the Mermaids, a group of teenage girls from Los Angeles, in October 1963. The lyrics describe the happiness of young love, mentioning things the boy enjoys, such as popsicles, icicles, and baseball. With its catchy melody and sweet harmonies, the song quickly became popular. It reached number 3 on the Billboard Hot 100 and number 2 on the Middle Road Singles chart. The song remains a charming example of 1960s pop music, remembered for its cheerful sound and heartfelt lyrics.
Yes, he's the boy that I love.
Popsicles and Icicles captured young love. So what about love without promises? Gail Garnett's hit takes a different approach next.
We'll sing in the sunshine.
We'll Sing in the Sunshine by Gail Garnett is a cheerful folk pop song with a catchy melody and uplifting lyrics about enjoying love without making lifelong promises. Garnett, originally from New Zealand, moved to Canada as a child and started her singing career in the early 1960s. She wrote and recorded the song herself, and it became a big success after its release in 1964. It reached number 4 on the United States Billboard Hot 100 and number 2 in Canada. The song's popularity led to Garnett winning a Grammy Award for Best Folk Recording in 1965. Her warm, engaging voice and the song's joyful message connected with many people, making it an unforgettable hit. Gail Garnett's hit celebrated love with freedom. So, what happens when young romance turns into deep longing? The Jelly Beans have the answer next. I Want to Love Him So Bad by the Jelly Beans was sung by a vocal group from Jersey City, New Jersey, including Charles Thomas, Alma Brewer, Diane Taylor, Elise Herbert, and Maxine Herbert. They signed with Redbird Records, a label created by famous songwriters Jerry Lieber and Mike Stoller. Jeff Barry and Ellie Greenwich, known for writing many hits in the 1960s, wrote the song. It quickly became popular, reaching number 9 on the Billboard Hot 100 and number 8 in Canada. Despite the strong start, the Jelly Beans struggled to match its success. Their next single, Baby Be Mine, peaked at number 51. Redbird Records dropped them in 1964, and the group separated in 1966. The Jelly Beans brought sweet harmonies. Yet what happens when garage rock meets gritty blues? Discover the raw power of Tobacco Road next.
It's called Tobacco Road.
Tobacco Road by the Nashville Teens was first written and recorded by John D. Loudermilk in 1959, but the English rock band made it widely known. The group from Surrey, England brought a mix of garage rock and blues rock to the song, giving it a distinct sound. Produced by Mickey Most, the track includes strong piano, electric guitar, and bass drum parts.
Get a job with help and grace from above.
It tells the story of growing up in Durham, North Carolina, and its raw emotion connected with many listeners. The song became a hit on both sides of the Atlantic, reaching number 6 on the UK singles chart and number 14 on the US Billboard Hot 100. Despite the early success, the Nashville Teens struggled to keep their popularity. Their next single, Google I'm, also charted but did not match the impact of their biggest hit. The Nashville Teens brought grit and blues. So what happens when emotions take center stage with a heartfelt ballad?
White on white, lace on satin.
White on White by Danny Williams, a British singer in South Africa, became a major hit. Written by Bernice Ross and Laura Crane and produced by Jack Gold, the song tells the sad story of a man watching his former girlfriend marry someone else. The emotional lyrics and Williams' passionate voice connected with listeners, helping the song reach number 9 on the Billboard Hot 100 and number 3 on the Billboard Middle Road Singles chart. Don Costa's orchestration provided a dramatic and rich sound. Despite this success, Danny Williams found it difficult to achieve similar popularity in the United States.
My little angel is getting married today.
Danny Williams sang of lost love. But what if love feels unbalanced? It's time to dive into Jackie Ross's soulful hit.
It's like a souvenir that just sits on a shelf.
Selfish One by Jackie Ross became her biggest hit after she signed with Chess Records. Written by William Mickey Stevenson and produced by Billy Davis, the song has a catchy melody and emotional lyrics about a lover who does not share their feelings. It gained popularity quickly, reaching number 11 on the United States Billboard Hot 100 and number 4 on the Cashbox R&B chart. In Canada, it peaked at number 5 on the RPM chart. The song's success highlighted its soulful sound and emotional depth, making it a favorite among soul music fans.
Selfish one, why keep your love in store?
Later singles like I've Got the Skill and Jerk and Twine did not reach the same level of popularity. And there you have it, 15 one-hit wonders from 1964 that once ruled the airwaves before fading into music history. Which of these do you still love? And did we miss any favorites? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more music nostalgia. And we'll see you next time.